Dwarf Fortress continues, and when we left off, I was promising you to start the metal stuff, but we are actually going to start a couple of other things before that, and that amongst others is what did I plan to do? I plan to tell you that as seen in this one, we still do have problems with clothing, and this guy is actually walking around with no trousers. So what I did was I went in and upped the number of trousers from 5 to 10 to 10 to 15. There is actually trousers in this stockpile somewhere, I think. Well, what to do next? Metal stuff and some other stuff. Yeah, we have blocks produced now, so I'm going to fix this thing because it now annoys me. And as this is granite, we are going to build sea walls and so two like this, and I would like to build it from granite blocks if we have any, and we do. So like this, and then like this, and a 2 by 2 and a 2 by 2, and I was in the correct one. We do have a wall piece missing on this one. This will be I don't need to explain, but this one would look like a smoother block, but we are going to smooth this outside pretty soon as well, or maybe not pretty soon, but rather soon. I also want to make an experiment and to solve this stupid thing that I did with the stairs. So I am actually going to do like this, and I'm going to make the experiment on this one. So what I am going to do, I am going to designate this one to be channel out and see if I can replace that with a downward staircase. So a bit of cosmetic things prepared, and yeah, furnishing. We are going to make cabinets. We are going to make well, actually I could go into this one. Okay, this is quite a lot of stone, but not too much. This is the one that holds really a lot of stones. I am going to unforbid this one, this one, and this one, and all this stuff. And I want to forbid some stone. T B reclaim. And then we are going to set up a couple of workflow jobs. These are not doing anything at the moment, so let's produce cabinets and coffers. And should we add something more? Armor stands. Let's only do this for the time being. Have those on repeat and put in a workflow. Nope. Cabinet of rock, and we are going to actually make loads. $90 to $100, and the same goes cabinets, coffers, not coffins. Repeat, 90 to 100. And of course we are not going to want to have that many cabinets and coffers kicking around all the time, but this should get these two guys doing the bulk job that we are going to need for our bed chambers. And once we get up to like 90, 100, we are going to change that to like 10 or something, 10, 15, so we can stock up on in the barracks and other places. But that will keep them busy for a long time. Hopefully, maybe. So let's go mental on metal, shall we? And the alcohol is now back on track because we are actually getting lump helmets, and the barrels and the pots are slowly being moved down to this one. So I think we avoided that small crisis, and pretty soon we will get dimple cups from this one. I think they have, you will only get like one yield per season. But metal. Yeah. So we are going to need forges to melt, or smelters to create the actual metal from the ore. So let's go to build, let's go to E and make smelters. And now we have to be kind of smart in the layout. because we want these to be close to where the forges will be placed. We will need 4, so let's try and see if we can squeeze in 4 like this. And then we come, should we put in the, let's have a look at metalsmith. So 1, 2, 3. Let's say stuff is getting melted down this way, and I'm going to set up 4. It's actually what we need, I think, is only 3. 1 for weapons, 1 for armor, and 1 for miscellaneous stuff. I hope I pronounced that word right. But I think 4 smelters and 4 forges will be what we need. And I actually bought a couple of more anvils from traders from time to time to have that prepared. This doesn't look like right. X build workshop metalsmith's forge. This one should actually be in this spot. X restart metalsmith's forge. One, two, three. So we will need stockpiles for the bituminous coal, or rather the coke. This could be for ore and the bituminous coal. This will be for coke and for the actual bars. And what we actually are producing is going to end up on this one. Did I actually use all the schist? So smelters, forges, and then the stockpile hell. Could I have done this smarter? Stockpile down this way. You can't hear what I think, but I actually think I have a plan, because one, two, one, two, one, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2. I need to paint this out to get it properly. Hopefully I will get it right. P, stone, one, Q, S. You will soon find out my thinking. Disable. No, enable. Forbid metal. Forbid. This one is only going to take the bituminous coal. I'm hoping that I'm pronouncing this right. Bituminous. I'm not sure. You understand what I mean anyway, hopefully. And you are going to be allowed 2 wheelbarrows. Let's copy this one. Like this. Yes, that would be fine. Q, copy and paste. Q, you are being given 2 wheelbarrows, but you will of course don't need any. And speaking of wheelbarrows, I wish this one would be sorting by letters instead of kind of grouping it together as it pleases. Meat, foodstuff, ammunition, armor, blah blah blah. Earrings. I am most likely blind. JMQ wheel wood $15. I actually think we do have some kicking around somewhere. So these will be only for the bituminous coal, and let's put in track stop and dump to the east. So that's the track stop. Let's have that one built before we do anything else, because we have been screwed by that one before. And take from this one and take from this one. And 1 2 1 2 track stop, and yeah, stone, Q settings, wheelbarrows 3 3 and 3, and settings stone, all the metal ore, only the marble, because that's our flux stone. Forbid this and forbid this. So only ore and the flux will go into this one. Alt P, make a copy, and make a copy. No wheelbarrows. 3 and 3. BCS track stop, dump to the west. So bituminous coal for these two. Maybe these two will be doing, or rather maybe, we'll see. I have to get the balance right. One for dedicated bituminous coal, and 2 for metal, and 1 that will be kind of doing both. That's the first one. And secondly, so that this will be the bars coming out of the coke and the metal bars. So how should we set up the second layer of stockpile? That will be P, that will be B as in bars and blocks. And now it becomes slightly trickier. They could actually dump into this one. And no bars and bins in my house, at least not in this one. And settings, bars and blocks. Blocks we are going to forbid. We will allow the coal and nothing else, and any metal bars. Any metal bars. Yes. Coal is the same thing as coke, as is the processed bituminous coal. Yes. Yes, that's the way it goes. So copy. We could do one in the middle, like this. And let's see, because I think I actually forgot this one is linked. Take from this one and take from this one. 55, 56. This is 54. Q, you are giving to 54. That is this one, and you will of course take from this one. $59. Q, give to 59, and this is 59. Yeah. And B, capital C, capital S. Deliver. Nope. North. Like this. So these are going to be built, these are going to be built, these stockpiles are starting to will start to get filled. I'm not sure if we have wheelbarrows enough, but we will have pretty soon. And I'm going to wait for these to be built before I'm going to put in the actual route. And as you can see, people are going bonkers, hauling the ores, and probably getting some bars from above as well, and building these. So we are actually doing stuff. And these track stops are now done, so we can then go on and put in the actual stop. So new route, name, bit, coal, stop, XXX, and set the desired item, and the desired item is under stone, forbid, and enable. You are going to take from this one and take from this one, and once that is done, you will receive a minecart. It's pretty weird with these two minecarts. We will need to find out where they are and what is making them not working properly. So ginkgo wood minecart put in, and as I understand it, this should now be completed. H route, name, metal, ore, stop, once I've set up one of these, I always think, so what did I forget? What did I screw up? But I think I actually got everything done in this one, so let's continue with this one. And I am getting hungry. I need food. Enable, forbid, and we are going to remove everything but the marble and the metal ores. And you will take from this one, you will take from this one, and applewood minecart goes in. And then finally this one, H route, name, metal, bars, Stop. Enable, forbid, and you will actually need, no you won't, forbid, you will only take the metal bars. Set up, take from this one, and we are actually starting to run a bit low on mine cards. No big problem yet, but we actually KMQ cart wood. Let's make 10 more. That should keep us safe. So that's the metal industry prepared but not up and running yet. And that will actually be for another episode. But I want to see this getting built and check that everything is working, and of course we're keeping an eye on the booze and the food. That seems okay. So everybody is hauling stuff at the moment. These 3 are set up. We are waiting for number 4 to get going, and that one is coming on. This one is almost done, waiting for 2 more, and people are having a beer bash. And for now, a lot of people are hauling stuff because there isn't any mine carts to help out. As soon as the mine carts get put in, there will only be 3 plus 3 dedicated guys to get the coal and the ore rolling in. What we also could do, as before, we will of course go to these 2 stockpiles and have that stuff removed. Settings. The blocks has been removed. We can now completely disable this, as we will do in this one. Stone is already removed. There are some stuff still left. This one is allowing ring. Finished goods, some stuff. Weapon traps, armor isn't really getting produced, and that's okay. I think these stockpiles has been stripped of what should be stripped off, and as we now have these done, we can have this one disassembled. No! Fail! No bins, but 1 thin bins ended up in this one. Okay, one bin, and it actually has some stuff inside. Dump, and then we can reclaim everything but the bin. Rock pots are getting done. The wheelbarrows is rolling out, and the mine carts will be getting finished soon enough. So the metal industry can soon be started. Let's actually see if, yes, there are dimple cups in this one, but you are not doing anything, so let's have you started and see if someone gets to milling that. One more bin. What the? No, I didn't remove it. Silly person. Okay. And dump. So let's see in what pile these. They are ending up in the same one. Boom, boom, and boom. So we can now go to this one. There's a cloth bin enabled, but there's no place to store it. Let's have a look at this. Is the two bins. Let's unforbid this one and unforbid this one. And by doing this, they should remove what's inside the bins, but as there is no proper place to store the bins, only the bars should be retrieved. That at least is the plan. Late winter. We haven't actually been attacked. But there's still spring to come, and I still do expect an invasion from the elves, because I think they are after us. And now this is actually getting milled, so I want to keep an eye on what this guy is actually doing once he finished. So he left. Let's see if he is carrying anything. That's the first thing, and that would be using the V. You are wearing your clothes. Coating of what? Oh, he's crying. So let's have a look at this one then. There's a dimple dye bag, and there is dimple dye spawn that should be moved back to the seed place. And this one isn't suspended. Let's have a look at the farms again, and these guys are still planting. These guys are still planting dimple cups, so we should maybe have a nice stock of dimple cups once we get the pigtails. The problem right now is that too many people are maniacally hauling ore and yeah, actually ore, but that will be resolved once these wheelbarrows get in place, and that's actually 3 already, so that should slowly cut down on the hauling, hopefully. There's loads of dimple cups. Let's see what the millers are doing. You are hauling stuff because you are actually allowed. You are on a break, that's fair, and you are also hauling stuff. So let's turn these hauling jobs off and see if those dimple cups spawn to dimple cups to dimple cup die. And actually, let's have a look. This is this one. We still do have some cloth kicking around. Let's actually see. You are out on other adventures as well, so let's have a look at you. And you are the clothes maker. Removed. Well, I'm glad the booze is flowing again, and these guys are churning out cabinets and coffers. And the number of haulers should drop once the wheelbarrows get put in these actually maybe they are lacking 3 plus 3. In the next episode we will most likely, oh my god, if my room at home when I was a kid would look like this, I would be in trouble. Not sure why that isn't being done, because they are kind of worn out, but I think it's a low priority job, so maybe it will get done. So the mine carts, or the mine carts and wheelbarrows, the wheelbarrows are getting delivered, so we are starting to get a little bit more idlers again. And you have started doing your thing. You are doing your thing. And what's happening down this way? Plump helmets are being farmed. We are still not getting any. Is there a minecart in this? Yeah, it is. Okay. Q. Yeah, the nest boxes are claimed, so eggs will be laid and poults will be made. And let's have a look again at the health level. I want to see if the animals are suffering, but by the looks of it, they are doing okay. Yes, everyone is nice and shiny. So I think most of the wheelbarrows are now actually in place, and people are working their socks off, actually getting things done. Even this one is actually going kind of at the moment. I think we are in a really good position at the moment. We are still waiting for some stuff to be done. I'm actually going to queue up rock weapon racks. QR more stands 30. So we can set up the barracks. The barracks. Yes, we are doing splendid at the moment. And as you can see, this worked out splendid. This smoothing job is kind of halfway done. And once that is done, I'm going to set them to actually engrave this room, and then we are going to do something special to furnish that one. This is still our really crappy dining area, and as a matter of fact, this is our meeting hall. Shame on us. And actually now this one can get murdered as well. X. So the only thing that is being produced at the moment is the mugs. This is our mug man. And of course that one will be moved down soon as well. That's actually the only workshop that needs to be moved. And this one can also be killed. I'm going to keep this one for a bit longer, but not too long actually. The plan is also to set up a kind of general quantum stockpile in the middle for stuff that doesn't really fit into any other place. So the craft stuff will go in this corner, and a general, oh, we got a mandate, cabinets maybe. Yes, And we are making cabinets, so that's no problem. We don't need to do anything about that at all. So in the next episode we will hopefully get going in starting to produce armor and weapons, and of course before that we will start producing bars. So actually producing bars will be the first thing. Going to hold off a bit until we get bars produced, and then we're going to start producing armor, weapon, and other metal stuff that we actually need. We will also need to go on a mining spree because I want some silver, and that is going to take some more adventuring because we will be touching close to the caves to find that, I think. But this has been quite a productive episode. We got this going. We are safe back on the alcohol. We will soon start the production of pigtails in this farming plot, or rather, well, maybe not soon, but late winter. Let's actually keep this one rolling until we kick over to spring, and then we will close this episode. So these guys are all working now, producing cabinets, coffers, armor stands, and weapon racks. This guy has actually gone off to do something he finds more important. The dye. Let's see. Dimple cup dyes. Some. What's in this one? Dimple dye bag. Sweet. And soon we will get pigtails as well. Actually, how is the wood situation? We still got some wood lying around, and most annoyingly we got wood in the middle of the river. Actually, maybe we should murder some more trees. Let's see if there are any. We could actually do well in killing the big ones and let the small ones grow back. So let's chop a couple more. This one is a big one. We are not short on wood, so that's no really big problem. Let's actually see. Yes, we now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 15. We could actually put in one more row of these. And while I remember it, we are going to start one more job. I think. Let's actually see. I can't remember if I started that one. Stocks. And looking for stuff in this one is, as always, weapon racks, cabinets, slowly getting done. And thrones, coffins, slabs, stand, cloth. Yeah, we should start this one as well. Bars, cut gems, animal traps, windows, millstones, chains, boxes and bags, mechanics. We do have some free ones. Traction benches, that's what I'm looking for. Q. We could actually up this one. No, 10 to 15 is, well, 20 to 25 then. And we can do this in the manager. Traction benches 10 for the hospital, of course. And we are actually, do we have any more tables? Build. There's always something to do, always something. Tables, 1, 2. So this one is now complete apart from the traction benches. Let's actually see how the stock level is. All the thread, all the cloth, got the splints, crutches, part of the cast, buckets and soap. We are doing fine. Did we actually switch season? Spring has arrived, and we are short on pigtail plants, thread, dimple cut plant powder, cloth, trousers, rock cabinets, and rock box and bags. But all that is set up on the workflow, so they should get done. First of granite, early spring 128. We have actually been in business for 3 years and we are alive and kicking, and we are doing splendid. We are starting to touch on 500,000 dwarf bucks in value, and as you can see, the weapon value is really crap. But that is going to be rectified in the next episode. I hope that was the correct word. I'm not sure. My English, as mentioned before, isn't really that splendid. So thank you guys for this episode, and hopefully we will meet in the next one when we will get started on producing bars. And I think bars will be the big thing for the next one. So hopefully I will catch you then, and bye bye.